So this is either Thorn, Luna, or Dusk.
Previously at Mystic Reins Ranch,
She had a little bit of
we
a
swept
messy
up after the
bum.
big windstorm and
So
soaked
we're gonna
Dusky
soak
the
her.
chicken.
And they're all molting. So you have a little bit of Epsom salt water. Emma's helping me because she has chickens too. It's kind of windy and cold outside, so she was acting funny in the coop. She's been kind of picked on, so I'll probably put her with the other 3 chickens.
Life on the ranch isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. Please stick around as we do some real daily ranch chores. And then we have to go to town to run some errands turned adventure. As always, the Ranchstar adventures continue.
So now all the dust and dirt and leaves and tumbleweeds are cleared out. We have a clean barn again.
We placed Dusky in a dog kennel in the office to take a break from the coop.
There's Cleo. But she's gonna get a little lonely, so we're going to this crack. Maybe I'll pull this out a little bit. We don't want it too warm on her. We'll come back and check on her. As we're getting everyone ready for grain time, Panda, Miles, Rambo, Alexa, Ranger, and then this is Hawkeye, and these are for PJ. I changed their feeding to low starch, low molasses, low sugar grain. This one's a Prina brand, but I might try another brand too. Kind of trying brands to see which ones I like. With grass pellets, alfalfa cubes, and this goes for PJ. Usually I buy pellets. Pellets are better than the cubes that I feel. So I'm using this up and then I'll get pellets. I grabbed the wrong bag. And then Eptozyme, probiotic, electrolytes, MSM. And then up here we have raspberry leaves, corn oil, and yeah, that's the new system for the grain room, except over here, since it's cold season now, there's PJ's dinner. We're putting the grains in the office now because I don't want the grains to freeze. There's Mystic, the pony, and Hawkeye. And there we go. Nice little office. You could come say hi to the pony. Here's the big pony, Mystic. Come say hi. Say hi. Hi. Hi, Annie. Good boy. And then everyone's in the barn because it's very windy today. Here's PJ. Say hi, PJ. He gets very antsy in his stall. Gonna be a good boy. Want a cookie? Here we are in the feed room. I gave you a little update and told you that we changed some things in here. I have starch-free and sugar-free grain. It's like low molasses because my Frisian's a little crusty on his neck. And I just did some research and I looked up some grains and I wanted to try that with grass pellets and just a little bit of alfalfa. So we have Mystic, and these are PJ's. He gets his own senior grain with beets, and I have my little handy dandy scoop, and he gets 1 scoop of beets and a half, 1 scoop of alfalfa pellets, 1 scoop of senior, and then I give him like another half of alfalfa pellets, and he gets that mash, so it's with water. Mystic gets 3/4 scoop of low sugar, 3/4 scoop of grass pellets. He gets 1 scoop of joint supplement. And then I alternate. Some days I don't give a probiotic and some days I do, or I give an enzyme for digestion. And then I give scoop of electrolytes. And I also have everyone gets a mineral salt block. Then that's good for him. Now, in this horse, she brings her own grain. So they're up here on the shelf. 1, 2, 3. And for everyone, it's about, besides PJ gets, 25 to 30 pounds of grain a day because he's just old and low weight, so he gets more. Everyone else gets only a couple pounds of grain and supplements. This is for the goats, so they have their little canisters, and they get that in the morning. That worked out. Here's Miles and Panda. So up here I bring some in the back, some in the front. And basically Panda and Miles get 3/4 of a scoop. I wonder where this went to. 3/4 scoop of grass. And joint supplement. It's getting colder, so on milder days, sometimes I give electrolytes and sometimes I don't. On really cold days, and then of course really hot days is when you want to give electrolytes. Make sure they're drinking water. I read some discussions on forage only, what people are feeding for grain. A lot of people are changing, doing forage only, but I also see that, you know, we were at a stable with a lot of horses. We saw a lot of colics. We saw a lot of issues. And even if you don't want to give a whole bunch of grain, it's really good to at least give like a sweet tea, especially on really hot days and really cold days. You can give a warm mash. You don't have to give 6 pounds of grain. You can give, you can give a coffee can, put a little electrolytes in it. Make sure your horses have a mineral block or a salt block. And Panda and Miles are done. Now we're going to do Hawkeye and the pony, and Mystic's done. I give it a good stir. Pony gets about a quarter, no sugar, a quarter grass pellet, the pony has had a couple colics because of our hay issue, which I had also put into one of the videos. And then Hawkeye, he gets 3/4 grass. He gets a scoop. And he gets a scoop of beets. Okay, now everyone's getting electrolytes. We're having cool day, warm day, cool day, warm day this week. Seems like that's the norm right now. So I'm giving electrolytes on these cool days. And then just watching them on the warm days. Joint supplement. We're doing probiotic. So there we go, and then I use a little red bucket. I love little buckets. So I have scoops, I have buckets, I have these little yellow buckets are really cute. They're £1, so they're good for scooping grain. This is good for scooping water instead of having to pour it all the time. There we go. All the grains are good for tomorrow. And then I'll put them in and this is corn oil. So Panda Miles are getting a little corn oil. PJ gets corn oil. Hawkeye gets corn oil. And Miles, I've been giving some turmeric, sprinkle on top. Good for anti-inflammatory. And then all these will go in the office where I have a little heater with the kitty cat and the sick chicken. And we'll go look at the chicken real quick. She's doing better. So let's go do that. So I have little Miss Dusky in here. And she's been eating and drinking. We'll see how she does tomorrow. And what I'll do is tomorrow night I'll put her in the other stall with the younger chickens. And then I'll leave the crate open. And we'll see if she can get along with them and be with them for a little bit. And see how she does. That's Dusky. Just been hanging out in here, being a good girl. Periodically, like once or twice a week, I wipe all these down because when you keep the dust down in the barn, and Talon, we'll definitely get Talon power washing. It was pretty fun. And he power washes the roof and everything. And he power washes the roof and everything. So, I mean, it looks really nice. There was like dust hanging off of it, but it looks really nice now. He did up there. Woo! I'll go upside down. He did all up there. All up there. Here we go to get our weekly tractor supplies. No beets. Great. Grass pellets.
Right?
No. Alfalfa Timothy. Timothy pellets, yeah. Chopped egg. Get some shreds because we soak it anyway, so just get those.
There's that one over there. I gotta fix this.
They have this as low starch and low sugar. They also have one of these. The special care is low starch, low sugar. But feather fixer. We'll try that for the chickens. And we got this. Low sugar, low starch. Alfalfa Timothy chopped hay. Beets, because that's the only beets I had. Alfalfa pellets and grass pellets. Electrolytes. And mice deterrent to put in the mice traps because they're getting in the house. We made a pit stop to Animals Unlimited, a very nice reptile store I haven't ever visited before. I have to get crickets for our leopard geckos and a rat for my snake. There were many cool fish, a sweet little water turtle, and reptiles to look at. The employees were looking at me a bit strangely, so I didn't talk too much during the filming. Filming in stores, especially in Colorado, can be a little daunting. I've been followed before, and a couple times asked why I'm filming. I say I'm doing a story for my YouTube. Do you watch YouTube? Would you like to subscribe and like to my video?
Yeah, you can.
What the heck is that?
It's a blonde lower glimmy, Penny. And these are blue spot pufferfish.
Oh, this bird.
Or no. These are clownfish.
Thank you for watching Ranchstars. If you enjoyed spending the day with us in the ranch, please hit the like button and subscribe for more real-life ranch adventures and more stories to follow. If you have any questions or ranch stories of your own, please drop them in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Another video coming soon. Keep your boots dusty and your hearts full. Always have fun and love to you all. our ranch star friends and family.